You know, I just give 110% every time I go to the gym. It's necessary.
Oh, that's awesome. So, what do your lifts look like?
You know, I just lift at 110% every time I go to the gym because that's all I know. You know, what else am I supposed to do?
Alright, but what does your squat look like? What are the numbers for that?
You know, I've never seen a Sasquatch, but I heard they're pretty big.
Okay, what about your deadlift?
Bro, my lifts are not dead. I lift at 110% every single time I go to the gym. 110% every single time, bro. I'm alright.
Alright, gotcha. What's your take on progressive overload?
Well, I progressively give 110% every time I go to the gym. I can go, I gotta go give 110% somewhere else. Good? Alright.
Okay, just go. Gotcha, bro. Enjoy your workout.
Sorry about that. We'll begin the video. Let's begin. When beginning any type of weightlifting regimen, it is absolutely critical to follow the rules of progressive overload. In a nutshell, progressive overload is simply increasing the training stimulus over time. This will force your body to systematically get stronger over time. In order to increase the training stimulus, three factors, or one of the three factors of progressive overload, have to be manipulated. The three factors are volume, intensity, and frequency, short for VIF. By manipulating your training stimulus over time, this will correlate to greater strength gains. Greater strength gains usually correlate with greater muscle gains, meaning more lean mass. The more lean mass that you acquire, the higher your metabolic rate will be. In other words, a faster metabolism for you. So let me give you a few examples of how to apply progressive overload by manipulating one of the three training stimuluses at a time. We'll start with volume. Now, volume is total weight being lifted times the amount of reps that you've completed. Let's say that you have a regimen that has barbell back squats involved in it. Now, let's say you've hit a wall and you can't do 225 pounds for more than 3 reps per set. Now, let's also say that every time you do the barbell back squat, you are doing 5 sets. So 5 sets of 3. So according to our definition of volume, we got a total of 15 reps. So 225 times 15 is equal to 3,375 pounds. That is the total volume that you're doing for the barbell back squat. So in this case, to manipulate volume in isolation, more reps need to be added. So by adding another set, totaling now 6 sets of 3, which will now equal a total of 18 reps. So 225 times 18 is now equal to 4,050 pounds of volume. That's an increase of 675 pounds of total volume being lifted, which is a form of progressive overload by manipulating volume in isolation alone. You tracking? Outstanding. Moving on now to applying progressive overload by manipulating intensity. To put it in layman terms, intensity simply is the amount of weight that you're lifting. So same scenario, you're stuck at 225 for 3 reps per set, and in this case, you're doing 5 sets. So without manipulating volume or frequency, intensity can simply be manipulated by dropping a rep per set, but adding an additional set plus an additional, say, 5 pounds to the bar. You would now be squatting 230 pounds for 6 reps of 2. This would give you a total of 12 reps. The volume will now equate to 2,760 pounds, which would be less than what your original volume was doing your 5 sets of 3 at 225. However, progressive overload is still being applied because a higher amount of weight is being lifted per repetition. Makes perfect sense, right? Awesome. And now, the final way to manipulate progressive overload, frequency. Now, there are 2 ways to manipulate frequency in isolation. The first way is to split up your training volume evenly throughout the week, typically evenly throughout the week, rather than doing everything within one single day. So let's say you're doing 15 sets in regards to leg training, so squats, front squats, things of that nature. Instead of doing all 15 sets, say in 1 or 2 days, you do it within 3 days of the week. Now, a second way to manipulate frequency is to decrease the total time spent to complete a full training day. Now, this can come off as controversial, as many may believe that frequency in itself is not a form of progressive overload. However, completing a full training day in less time than, say, what you did before is most certainly a stimulus. Now, by decreasing rest time and increasing time under tension would create a greater stimulus on the body than if those factors were not manipulated. So that's my case on how frequency can be manipulated and how it is a form of progressive overload. So that's it. Those are the 3 ways to apply progressive overload by manipulating volume, intensity, and frequency. I hope you enjoyed the video and all the wonderful information that you may have not known. And if you already did know this, I hope you enjoyed the video anyways. Now, please do your boy a favor. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I want to thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next one.